Hey there, welcome to Wednesday Comics,
The Gauntlet.
I'm Garrett,
I'm Alex.
and we're here today to talk to you about 6 gems or 6 comic books that we're looking forward to for the week of April 18th, 2018. Notice maybe you heard a little Superman theme, because that might be one of the books in the Gauntlet today. I don't know.
Spoilers.
But we'll start with Alex. He's going to talk about 6 books that he's looking forward to this week.
First one I have is The Brave and the Bold, number 3.
That's what I call my guns, brave and bold.
Wow. If you heard me earlier on the forecast going, I'm not sure if I want to get this book. Obviously, I got the book. I was telling Garrett that it's just so wordy for me, but I looked through it. Art looks great. I like the premise of the story. I just need a little bit more storytelling, less holding my hand. But I have to admit, when I looked through it, this cover's just, I love that. I love how he draws Wonder Woman. That's Liam Sharp, right?
Yep, Liam Sharp, writing and drawing.
My number 2 book is actually Batman and the TMNT number 2, number 6.
The conclusion.
The conclusion to this,
Part
actually
2
6.
storyline.
Yeah, it's a 12-issue run, but it's 6 issues. Now we're taking place in New York instead of Gotham, where Bane has, I think he's still sharing the venom with other people.
Yep.
I'm 1 issue behind. I chose to support this book just for the fact that it is the end of this arc. I've really enjoyed this book. I just am not caught up on it. Had a daughter, of course. Girl takes up a lot of my time.
Well, you know, blame your daughter.
That's what I'm doing. Love you, little girl. My next book is Black Hammer and the Age of Doom, number 1. This is the Black Hammer part 2.
I'm just looking at the back. I don't understand the back of that cover.
There is some scary person. Those are some ugly teeth.
Yeah, I was like, are you sure it's the same book?
Now, this is, I think we talked about in the forecast, if you remember. This book actually sounds different than I was expecting. It's going to be a lot more focusing on Black Hammer.
That was the solicit, but I think that's just maybe the main feature of the comic, but I think it's going to interweave the other group.
And so it's got the rest of the characters on the cover that I'm hopeful that we do get to hear more about them. Because I tell you what, those characters are the main reason for getting this book. Yes, I love the little hints to other things in Marvel or DC, but I love Abraham Slam, Golden Gale, Barbalian. Those are great characters. That Scotty Young cover I should have gotten because it looked great, but I'm biased. I'm biased. I love this original cover.
Well, for the love of bias.
Batman, Creature of the Night, number 3. That is a good cover. Holy shit, Garrett. It's one of those books
of the Night.
that, like, Secret Identity kind of jumps from parts of Bruce Wainwright's life. Do you know what part we're getting to?
Nope, I don't really want to know. Because it's like, it jumps around. I'm sure it's going to jump forward a certain amount
he was
of
a kid
years.
in the first issue, a young kid, like a 10-year-old kid.
Young
then
adult.
he's a young adult, 20-ish, just starting out his career. I'm wondering if now he's...
I'm sure it's going to be, like, midlife crisis stage.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Maybe he meets one of his new villains. Or accepts the fact he wants to be the Batman.
Yeah. Or he could be Batman. That's what he could be.
He could be Batman now instead. So this is my new number 1, Skyward, number 1. I was telling Garrett as well today, I was like, maybe I don't want to get this book. I need to be dropping books.
Said, look inside.
I looked inside. This book looks great. Like, this is some really crisp art. Marvin, shout out to you. Hoping you get this book so we can talk about it.
He said he's not. He said on forecast.
That's why I'm calling him out.
Oh.
Garrett and I got it. You want to read it. You want to be a part of this greatness so you can talk about it with us.
We're pointing to you, Marvin, and the rest of you, Wednesday Comics listeners.
My number 6, and I can confirm that all 3 of us, Marvin, Garrett, and I, are excited for this book. Lazarus, number 27. This is the jump back in from X+66, which was a great 6-issue run. This will be great. Getting back
back
into
to the Forever
storyline. I think this is where we're going to start finding out stuff about Jonah.
Yeah, what happened to Jonah? He just fell in the water? That's the last thing he saw
swimming.
of him. But guess what? Yeah, he's just going to keep swimming, I guess. Maybe.
He's pulling a
He
door.
might just lay there, just like the cover shows.
Maybe he's dead. Who knows? Anyway, those are my 6. Garrett, what you got?
All right. Also a return to form. We got Descender number, 29. We just had I'd say not prologue, maybe like a prelude or a prequel, whatever, series that took place like thousands of years ago. And this is taking us back to our main storyline. The solicit said it could be one of the final arcs, which I don't know. I feel like it could be. We'll see by the time we get to the letters page. But Love this book from the beginning, right, Marvin? I mean, you read it since
Marvin's caught up.
But you know, the painted style by Dustin Nguyen, Jeff Lemire's story and writing, truly a great sci-fi tale. And I could say, I mean, yes, there's some robot gore, but I think it's for all ages. It's very complicated, maybe mythology-wise, but the light beats of the story definitely understandable by anybody, and I think anybody would really enjoy to read this. So definitely check it out.
It is a really good book. That's a good choice.
Next, we got Mr. Miracle, number 8, and look at that badass cover by Mitch Gerards, or Jared's, or however to say his last name. Last issue, we had a birth of a baby, and this issue, I don't think it's going to be about that, but, I mean, that kid will obviously be included in the storyline. I didn't notice that he was stabbing a Batman with the sword. But each issue, this has been great. I can't really tell you what to expect in each issue because every single one's been different. But I can tell you that it's going to be great. So if you haven't already, go back and get the first trade. Otherwise, wait till this is all complete and get this magnificent story.
Nice.
Alright, part 2 of Shattered Grid, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, number 26. First part, amazing. I don't want to spoil it because some dumbass...
Some loser hasn't read it yet.
Yeah,
this
and
guy.
It was so good. And, oh man, just looking already through this, all the different Power Rangers you see from different companies, like different timelines and whatnot. It's an exciting time to be a Power Rangers fan, so definitely need to read this book. Alright, next we got Super Sons, number 15. We're getting close to the end of... John and Damien's, Dick Grayson, John and Damien's run together. Just looking through this book, you know, I was saying on the forecast, they started out as kind of like acquaintances, and now they're really becoming best friends. So I know something might happen with John with Bendis's Superman run, where they might go away for a while, and I'm really going to be sad about that, because I think Damien and John is one of the better groups, better teams to look for, and if they don't have their own book, at least put them on like a Young Justice book or something where they get to work together still. So, definitely looking forward to this issue. Now we're on to the Superman number 45. So it's the end of the Gleason and Tomasi run. This is the last solicited issue of their run. They're going to have a special that wraps up all their storylines. But this is the end of the Bizarro Re-Death storyline. Did you get this issue? No?
Nope.
So I'm sure that's going to be the first couple of pages wrapping up that, and then the rest will be focusing on Clark, Lois, and John and their family, and you got a little bit of crypto action on this cover too. God, whenever crypto's on a cover, gets me. But it's very bittersweet because this is the start of, like, this is the end of one of the first storylines from Rebirth, and we've had some other things end, but I hope, what I think I'm going to expect from this issue is going to be some kind of heartfelt moments leading into the special that they're going to bring out. So, yeah, definitely ready for their last ride of Gleason and Tomasi on Superman.
If it's anything like issue 7 where they're at the fair, that issue was amazing. If that were the case, I'd almost want to go back and get this issue for the fact that was so good.
And then my last book. Action Comics number 1000. Holy shit, it finally happened. We got here. It's Action Comics 1000. Sorry if I broke your sound holes.
Your eardrums.
Yep. But got the 1930s cover. That's 1940, sorry. This is the 1930s cover. And then I got the regular cover with Jim Lee. Look at that Daily Planet. That's a big fucking ball right there. So basically, milestone issue. We get basically 80 years of honoring Superman as a character. The trunks are back, so get to stare at those bad boys for at least another year. I hope they don't go away. I love the classic outfit. Get the classic belt back with a little circle in the middle too. This is going to have, it's like an annual almost. It's got tales about Superman and his entire life. And it's going to be kind of the start, it is the start of Bendis's run on Superman as a character, as his first story about Superman.
He's doing Action and Superman,
Yep,
right?
so after this, he's doing Action Comics and Superman, and they are both going to monthly books. So no more bi-monthly, but I think if I'm going to get better content, I'm not saying Gleason Tomasi or anybody else is bad, but I mean, if I'm going to get more superior content and maybe more, I think I get more pages out of it that way. I think it's 40 pages.
I think so.
So it'll definitely be worth it, and it'll make it more special and not rushed. So definitely looking forward to the next 80 years of Superman's life. We're going to be talking about this book as our feature on this week's show. It's going to be Superman heavy. Marvel, I guess, didn't want to show up this week, so...
There's only one book that I think I'm the only one who actually got a Marvel book. Was Amazing Spider-Man.
Well, Marvin's going to get Daredevil.
Oh, that's right. And Daredevil. Who gives a shit?
Right, who cares about that book? But, I hope you have a super day enjoying Superman's super 80th birthday, like I will, because, you know, there's always a little Superman inside all of us, so... Yeah, not you.
Nope, I have donuts on my shirt.
So we hope you have a good week reading comics. This has been Wednesday Comics, The Gauntlet. I'm Garrett.
I'm Alex.
Bye.
Hey, everyone. Keep collecting those gems.